Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers, do you know what day is it after tomorrow?
After tomorrow is 15th August, India's Independence Day. India's Independence Day. What happened on that day?
On that day, our beloved country, India, gained independence from British rule through the unimaginable sacrifices of thousands of our countrymen.
It means our country wasn't free. How did that happen? I would like to know the details. In the early 17th century, the British East India Company arrived in India initially to govern, but with the name of trade. It gradually grew its military power and conquest and began to conquer Indian lands, expanded its control across India through various means, including military conquest, alliances and diplomacy, exploited India's resources, imposing heavy taxes, and extracting wealth like this economically, culturally, politically, and socially. India was in the grip of the British. That's so sad. What was the condition of Indian people at that time?
At that time, the condition of the countrymen was pretty bad and painful. They were suffering from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, heavy taxes, and other discriminations. And that's more, they were enslaved on their own land, in their own house, and in their own country.
Then, how did India get freedom from British operations?
And India's struggle for freedom from British government was a long process that involved various movements, leaders and events. India's freedom struggle was a collective effort. Many individuals and groups, it means all countrymen, including Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, Christian, all fought tooth and nail against the British to liberate their land.
Yes, of course, brother. Our freedom fighters, Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Maulana Muhammad Ali, Maulana Shaukat Ali, Subhash Chandra Bose, and many more played a crucial role in India's freedom.
But still, this question is asked, what was the contribution of Muslims and what the role they played in India's freedom struggle, especially by the right-wing organizations?
In the Indian freedom struggle, the Muslim freedom fighters are played great role. Right-wing organizations are trying to erase their history. In view of it, it is essential to know the important Muslim freedom fighters who fought for Indian independence.
Here, let's mention the name of some Muslim freedom fighters. So, first of all, I want to say about Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, he was a prominent freedom fighter, was elected as the youngest president of Indian National Congress. He is 35 and later led the historical movement. After independence, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad served as India's first education minister.
Abid Hassan Safrani, an Indian National Army soldier from Hyderabad, he not only played role in India's independence, but also coined the slogan Jai Hind, which was later declared the celebration of Indian Army and government employees. Siraj-ud-Dawla, he the Nawab of Bengal, was the first Indian king to foresee the threat posed to the future of the country by the English East India Company. He took bold initiatives to thwart the company's evil designs.
Tipu Sultan. The Tiger of Mysore was a great visionary who exposed the evil designs of British and native rulers to unite and fight against the East India Company.
Maulvi Ahmadullah Shah Faizabadi. Maulvi Ahmadullah Shah Faizabadi created panic among the British camps in the first war of independence of 1857. He fought against the forces of East India Company and registered several victories over them.
Sayyid Mir Nasr Ali, Ghulam Rasul Khan, Maulana Mir Ali Khan, Azimullah Khan, Bahadur Shah Zafar, and Muhammad Sher Ali, Maulvi Sayyid Raudi, and Begum Hazrat Mahal. How many names we count? But thousands of Muslim freedom fighters were hanged to death. And thousands of Muslim men and women along with the countrymen sacrificed their lives to free India from the grip of British. Never put their hands down, but accepted death.
Brothers, today they ask us, what is the contribution of yours and what role played by your ancestors in the freedom struggle? I want to ask the right-wing organization, give a single name of your ancestors who participated in the freedom struggle.
Guys, I want to include two instead of taking part in the struggle. Savarkar spied for the British government. Instead of giving support Mahatma Gandhi, Nathuram Godse assassinated Mahatma Gandhi. Those who and their ancestors and now those who and their ancestors and never participated in the freedom struggle.
Brothers, thousands of our people sacrificed for this country, but we are seeing that we are Muslim, we are living in British era, because Hindu, Muslim, Sikh and Christian are facing discrimination, mob lynching, bulldozing of homes and injustice. Why they should have believed in peace and prosperity? So what do you say about that?
That's right. Actually, the right-wing organizations, the RSS and the ruling party BJP have nothing to do with the freedom struggle, and they have no historical background. They have no historical background and contribution in the freedom struggle. That's the reason they play the politics divide and rule. That they sow the seeds of hatred in the society so that they could govern.
In this scenario, what is our responsibility and what can we do now?
That's great. Brothers, first of all, we have to unite, because unity is strength, and fight back against the fascist government to liberate this country so that Muslim, Hindu, Sikh and Christian live with love, peace and harmony.
And the most important thing is that we should pay attention to educate the society, because the education is the light, and the light dispels darkness. It's needs of time we focus on education and recover and save our children and student and upcoming generation from the history, because the ruling government trying to distort history and manipulating evidence to fit its own narrative and sowing the seed of hatred and trying to create inferiority complex in society.
Brothers, it's our responsibility to make children familiar with freedom fighters, because our children know only the name of Abul Kalam Azad. While the government is removing our freedom fighters' identity, it is the need of time to inform children that our ancestors always led the movement of freedom struggle and never accept the partition of the country. Brothers, thank you brothers for this discussion, and we will see again inshallah. But before we leave, I want to say that tomorrow is Independence Day, and we will see again inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.